Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So I hope you are able to see the screen.
Yes,
Okay, so we continue our reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1. The title of the chapter is Observing the Army or Sainya Darshan. And today's shloka is shloka number 20. So let us recite the shloka together. The purport is little bit longer, but it's important. So let us chant the shloka. अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा
व्यवसितान् दृष्ट्वा
रथधार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वज
धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः
प्रवृत्ते शास्त्रसम्पत्ते
प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते
धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः
धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः
ऋषिकेशं तथा वाक्यम्
ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम्
इदम् आह महीपते
इदमाह महीपते
अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा
अथ व्यवसितान् दृष्ट्वा
धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वज
धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः
प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते
प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते
धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवा
धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः
ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम्
ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम्
इदम् आह महीपते
इदमाह महीपते
अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वज प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवा ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदम् आह महीपते
अथ व्यवसितान् दृष्ट्वा
Anybody wants to try?
अथ व्यवसितान् दृष्ट्वा धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवर्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते
Okay, so let us read the translation. At that time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words. Purport. The battle was just about to begin. It is understood from the above statement that the sons of Dhritarashtra were more or less disheartened by the unexpected arrangement of military force by the Pandavas, who were guided by the direct instructions of Lord Krishna on the battlefield. The emblem of Hanuman on the flag of Arjuna is another sign of victory because Hanuman cooperated with Lord Ram in the battle between Ram and Ravan, and Lord Ram emerged victorious. Now both Ram and Hanuman were present on the chariot of Arjuna to help him. Lord Krishna is Ram himself, and wherever Lord Ram is, his eternal servitor Hanuman and his eternal consort Sita, the goddess of fortune, are present. Therefore, Arjuna had no cause to fear any enemies whatsoever. And above all, the Lord of the senses, Lord Krishna, was personally present to give him direction. Thus, all good counsel was available to Arjuna in the matter of executing the battle. In such auspicious condition arranged by the Lord for his eternal devotee lay the signs of assured victory. So here we see now all the description of conscience was mostly yesterday finished, and now if you see the flow of the scene of the battlefield, first Sanjay explained to Dhritarashtra about the arrangement of army by Pandav and Kaurav, and then Duryodhana observed the arrangement of army of Pandav's army, and now Arjuna is checking the arrangement, right? And he, after checking, written chariot flag marked with Hanuman, looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in military array. So how the Kaurav Sena is arranged, he saw, and we can see here Arjuna is almost ready. Dhanur Udyamya Pandava. So he took his bow and arrow almost in the hand, and now he is about to start the fight. And before starting the fight, he is just looking at the army arranged by Dhritarashtra. And now in this situation, if we see, the Shankhanad is already done. Arjuna has taken the bow and arrow in the hand. So all other warriors and fighters must have taken the weapons in their hand. So everybody is almost ready to fight now. And just before starting the fight, now Rishikesham Tadvakyam. So Arjuna spoke to Rishikesh or Krishna the following sentence. So here we see one of the interesting thing is Kapi Dhwaja. So Kapi Dhwaja is the flag marked with Hanuman. So there are different stories in Mahabharata, or a couple of versions why Hanuman is on the flag of the chariot of Arjuna. So like Arjuna, like Bhima and Hanuman, they are both the sons of Vayu, the wind god, Vayu Dev. So when there is one pastime when Bhima's pride was brought down by Hanuman, and at that time Bhima surrendered to Hanuman, and he was happy with Hanuman was happy with Bhima, and there he agreed to support Pandava in the fight, and also to be on the chariot, protect Arjuna's chariot. And there is one more version, like Arjuna met Hanuman. Hanuman is Chiranjeevi, right? So he lives forever. So that's why he was in Ramayana and also in Mahabharata. So there is also another version that Arjuna met Hanuman, or Hanuman at that time was not in his original form, but as a monkey, and in the South India near the Ram Setu. And Arjuna, in his pride, a little bit pride, he mentioned that why Lord Ram used monkeys to build and stones to build this bridge. It can be easily built up by the arrows. And then the monkey said, no, it will break. Even if you make by arrows, it will break. And Arjuna said, no one can break my bridge. So then there was a challenge, and then Arjuna prepared the bridge. And when the monkey stepped on the bridge collapsed. And then Krishna came there, and then he touched the bridge, and again the bridge was uh, returned to normal. And at this time, when the monkey stepped on the bridge didn't break. And that time, Hanuman understood that Lord Krishna is his eternal master, Ram. So there he agreed, okay, I will support Arjuna. And Arjuna also then surrendered to Hanuman and begged forgiveness for his behavior. And then there Hanuman agreed to be on the chariot of Arjuna. There are these couple of versions about why Hanuman is on the chariot. And the importance also we know, right? After the battle, when battle was finished, then Krishna asked Arjuna to get down of the chariot, and then he asked Hanuman to get down. And when Krishna finally got down of the chariot, then the chariot burnt immediately. So it is said that Hanuman was protecting the chariot of Arjuna from the Divya Astras, because Kaurava Sena also like Karna, Bhishma, Dronacharya, Krupacharya, they also had divine weapons, and they shot these divine weapons at Arjuna and his chariot. And somebody has to take that, compensate that power of the divine weapons, and Hanuman was doing that. And that's why when the Hanuman got down from the chariot was burnt. So this is one, after the war, this happened. So here one more important point is now this is you can say a turning point of the battle. Arjuna is the most important personality and fighter in Pandav Sena, and he is always very balanced in his head. When the youth or the gambling was going on, and Yudhishthir was losing everything, Arjuna requested Yudhishthir to stop the gambling. He should not more gamble. But Yudhishthir was in such a flow of that gambling that he went on. And at that time, Bhima was also very angry with what happened with Draupadi. So he was about to, means he was so angry that he said to Arjuna that I want to do something to Yudhishthir. How can he do all these things? At that time, Arjuna consoled Bhima that and stopped him or pacified him. So Arjuna is generally is very balanced head for fighter who used to balance between all the Pandavas and the situations. So now he is talking to Krishna, and this is the most important point or uh, situation where all the uh, flow of the battle is going to change. And now from action, now as everybody is in action to fight, now it's going to be dialogue. So in our one of the lesson that from this Arjuna's situation is we cannot take any situation to be granted for ourselves. Even our own mental strength or even our own intelligence, we cannot say that we will be able to handle all the situations on our own. Uh, so we have to be very careful, and that's why it's always said that we should always surrender to Krishna, and that gives us the intelligence and strength to handle the challenges of the life. But if we only depend on our, because Arjuna was with Krishna, so he had direct association, but we are not in that situation. So our situation is more difficult. So we have to always try to remember Krishna, and that way we will be in contact with him, and he will give us the strength. So here, that Arjuna, the most balanced person, fighter, now he will ask question to Krishna, and there we will understand Arjuna's thoughts or what's going on in Arjuna's mind. And that is the beginning of the real talk between Krishna and Arjuna, which we say the Bhagavad Gita. So these are few points for today. If anybody has any other version about Hanuman, or then please share. That is possible. There is another version. What about a situation of Arjuna also?
I just wanted to share that how that scene is so beautiful, like the chariot, the description of chariot, and Hanuman flag, and Krishna and Arjuna. It's like unimaginable how beautiful is that scene. It's actually.
That is this first chapter. You have to visualize how it is going on and how this talk starts. Okay, so thank you very much everyone for joining today again. And from tomorrow, we'll see the questions put up by Arjuna. That's the beginning of his situation, and how he asked help from Krishna, and what are the different reasons that he gives for not fighting. So please do join. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.